Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to
Rise and Radke.
Rise and Radke.
I know that you're probably wondering why we are, what would you say we are on time? Oh, 5 minutes late this morning. Did you put that to AG?
Yes.
You better check.
I did. I don't need to.
If you guys want to know why we're late this morning, I'll let David tell you.
It was me.
I have to remember that I'm doing this. What is this? But whatever this is that we're doing, I'm doing it with a man. And that just changes things. That just automatically changes things. Automatically, things are going to be done differently than perhaps I would do them. Like the reason that we're starting 5 minutes late is because David Radke decided to buy something new to use on the program this morning and never tried it. Never took it out of the box until literally like 8:14. Now, what am I getting?
I thought it would be real quick and easy, and it
I
wasn't.
said, David,
So.
why would you choose now to try it out? It was also 100% made in China because it was falling apart.
Hey, I spent $6 on that. I'm going to make it work.
Good morning, everybody. Tell us where you're coming in from.
We've got Kentucky. We've got St. Augustine, Texas. We've got snowy Maine. I think it was snowing in Maine yesterday. Lots of other Texas.
Hey, Brittany says, love your shirt. Thank you. Okay, this is brand new. Look at this.
Easy Tiger.
It's...
Easy Tigers.
That's right. Easy Tigers.
Tigers.
Look at that. Does it show David on there? I can't see because all the comments.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy Tiger. Isn't that cute? I got it from my Stitch Fix box, which I wish that company would contact me and let me advertise because I would jingle the crap out of them. Because I love my Stitch Fix box. I love it. And my credit card got not stolen, but baby, my credit card got, what do you call it, David? Identity theft.
Lost.
No, it wasn't
Misplaced.
lost. Anyway, I had to cancel my order with Stitch Fix and then go in and put like all new credit card numbers for a whole bunch of things online. So I haven't been getting Stitch Fix for like, I don't know, like 9 months. And so I started doing a different box, and that box would come to me and I would find maybe one thing in that box every couple months. So I got my first Stitch Fix box last night after like 9 months. I want every single thing in it. Every single solitary thing I want. Except one thing is too big. Which, raise the roof. Who knew that would happen? But I love this. I just got it in my box last night. Easy Tiger.
I love my Stitch
Feel
Fix.
it, David.
I've done, I don't feel it's appropriate. That's again for the Cinemax show.
Feel the shirt.
I thought you were talking about the title.
Yeah, it's really soft and it feels good.
I've done Stitch Fix for a long time. And the kids have done Stitch Fix. Well, we just got Ring back on because they have a kids Stitch Fix.
And she grew
and
up
she grew out of that, and Rocco's grown out of it.
And for those of you who are like, oh, must be nice to get your clothes. We don't have a ton of shopping in Lufkin. I know that's hard for y'all to understand. But hard for you to believe. But we don't have a ton. And we've got Old Navy, and we've got Target, and we've got Belk, and a couple of boutiques.
We have a Bergdorf's, but the hours are real.
David, that is so 80s. I don't even think that's like still a legit store.
That's a real big store in New York.
Bergdorf's?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was from like the 80s or 90s.
Our Neiman Marcus, their
Melissa
hours are
Radke, you mean hacked. You've been hacked. I bet that's what she meant.
Oh, okay.
Of course I have. Who wouldn't want to get a hold of my debit card? Said no one ever.
Shout out to Kentucky and Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Good morning, Canada.
Missouri.
Cummings, Georgia.
Georgia, New Mexico.
Oh my
Virginia.
gosh. We are so close to getting 50 states on here. And then I got to make out with him live.
Arkansas.
Then our numbers will drop. Perhaps they'll go
by
up.
morning.
Don't do that. I've asked you not to do that.
Georgia, North Carolina, snowy North Idaho. I think Idaho's just Idaho, isn't it?
I feel like a person from Idaho probably knows what Idaho is more than you.
But isn't there just maybe they're just saying they're from northern.
They're saying they're from northern Idaho. Why can't we say balmy East Texas? I mean, if somebody goes, I don't think there's really an East Texas.
Well, I'm easily confused. Virginia.
No, you're not.
New Braunfels.
You just try to do man things and they don't work out.
Louisiana. We got lots of other love for Stitch Fix and you've been compromised. You've been hacked. Hey, she mentioned jingles. Have you seen the jingle for Home Chef that she did? If you hadn't, go check it out.
Have you seen the jingle I just did in my car the other day when I was taking my dog to the beauty shop?
You can pass on
I'm telling you,
because
I jingle anything. I'll jingle for you. David, can I say something to you right now? Put the phone down. He always has that up to read y'all's comments. This signifies reading y'all's comments. You think it signifies a pole dancer, but it doesn't. Can I say something? I don't like this setup. And I know you worked so hard to make it happen. I'm not liking it. And here's why. There's nothing going on behind us.
I told you to put something on the wall.
Listen to me. That is not true.
I have too.
I know that there's going to be a logo here someday. God willing, there will be a logo here someday. But yesterday, this lady, I think she watches it on IGTV. And she's one of our tribe. She watches this show. And I told David, I said, when I read it, like sometimes you read a comment and you go, they're just being kind of hateful. She was not at all. I didn't sense that one single bit. But she said, I miss it over in the other location where it was like at a table or y'all were at your house or something, which I hated that location because I had to sit like this up to David the entire time.
Yeah.
And this would happen. I didn't like that location, okay? But this location I like better, but she goes, but it looks like y'all are doing it in a McDonald's.
We just finished
That hurt.
We just finished our McGriddle, and
How dare you think that I would eat McDonald's on my low carb diet?
Flapjack. I told you, get some pictures.
It doesn't matter, David. Look, okay, there's no dimension here. Guys, I'm going to tell you what.
Bit.
I am Melissa Radke, and I am going to strut my stuff for a minute. I can sing. I'm a triple threat. I can sing. I can podcast.
Oh.
I can take naps in the afternoon and still go to bed at night. I can do all of that, but I cannot decorate. I cannot. Interior design, not it. I can do a mean braid across my head. Okay? It makes me look like that girl from Frozen, only middle-aged and heavier. I can do all of it.
Like her aunt.
Shut up, Ethan.
Remy
told me,
Elsa's aunt.
you look like Anna's mom. And I said, you look like Anna's mom. And I said, the one that died on that ship? She goes, that's the one. But I cannot interior design. I don't know what to do with this wall. I have no... So I went to Pinterest and I typed in, what do I do with a wall that is in the backdrop of a show? And nothing came up.
Imagine that.
So we need dimension, because if we don't have dimension, David, then what are we going to do? Just hang like 85 things from here to here?
No, we can get a little bit more dimension, and we got to just put a couple of things up, and
Maybe.
when the logo comes up.
But you and I are not talented at this.
Oh.
When we say put a couple of things up, okay, where's my Conan O'Brien picture? Is that what we're going to hang?
I like that. Oh, did you want to keep that?
I specifically saved that.
I wondered why the other day when I went to pick it up,
It's Conan O'Brien in front of a podcast mic.
I had saved the entire Variety magazine because it had an article on podcasting in it. And then when I went to pick it up, I was going to move it so it'd be a nice, everything would be nice and tidy behind us.
Make your story shorter.
And I realized that it was ripped off and my magazine was thrown away. And
because I love him with all of my heart and soul. And when I start doing my new podcast, I want to prop him up right there so it looks like I'm talking to him.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even
He's going to have a crease right across, because I had to fold it in half to stick it in my trash can.
Okay, you need to do a stand-up comedy routine, Melissa. Oh, Cindy Woods, don't even get me started on it. I can't do it, don't like hecklers.
That was one of her 2019 goals.
It was not a goal. It was a what if.
It was a what if.
But I gave it away. I gave it up.
No, you didn't give it up. You got opportunities and you backed out of them. You said, I'm a funny speaker. I'm not a comedian.
Okay. I see that some of you guys are tagging people. You're tagging your friends who are really good with that kind of thing. And I applaud it. And I thank you. But the Radkes can't afford to hire Lady Godiva from LA to come in here and do this much of a back wall. I just need tips and tricks, people. I just need tips and tricks. Okay? Well, I know y'all want me to be the next Joanna Gaines.
You got the tips. You're showing us that.
And
you just need the tricks.
This close. I'm this close. Am I headlighting? Am I headlighting? Oh no.
It took a while for you to get that one.
Am I headlighting? Tell me the truth.
No, I feel
One
like
time I was singing at church and my kimono blew open and there were words on the back wall so you don't forget your words. And the guys upstairs had to write headlights across the top of the word. So when I was singing, I just closed her back up. That happens to real women.
What was that old song?
No.
Headlight.
Don't sing in the mornings.
I think people enjoy it. Do you enjoy it? Prove you enjoy it
Our numbers
by sharing.
drop drastically.
No, actually, they're bumping up. Hey, have you shared Rising Radke? Don't be selfish. Share. Share the love. Share the nonsense, the ridiculous stuff.
Share what my mother referred to as...
What in the hell are you doing?
No, this is what she said. I watched a part of it. What's happening there? What's happening there?
And make sure in your Facebook settings, when you go to Melissa, that you click on notifications so you get the notification. You can also set your alarm because we're going to be here every day. 8:15.
Oh,
8:17.
I'm an attorney and I'm going to give you how to do all the knobs. Be sure to turn on the notifications.
What? Now you're talking about your knobs? What are you doing? This is a family show.
Okay, Debbie. Debbie Deloche is like, love his singing. You know what? I've started a hashtag called Fans of David. I have started that hashtag.
You don't want to do that. My hashtag is going to overtake yours. You're going to be very surprised.
The day your hashtag takes over mine. I have started Fans of David. Go ahead and feel free to use it, Deloche, okay? Hey.
Ashley said the same thing I did. Ashley said a trip to Hobby Lobby would fix that wall.
A trip to Hobby Lobby would fix everything. I feel like I'm coming down with the upper respiratory infection. A trip to Hobby Lobby would fix that.
And we ought to go today because I heard that everything's 50% off.
Oh my God, David. Welcome to the world of Hobby Lobby. It's always
every day is 50% off.
Y'all remember several years ago when a book came out? I don't know if y'all were into it, but several years ago a book came out called Creative Correction. Give me a thumbs up if you remember it. It was by Lisa Whelchel, who played Blair on The Facts of Life. And that, my friends, is all I know about her. But she played Blair on The Facts of Life, and she wrote a book called Creative Correction. And it was ways to discipline your children that were clever and creative. Does anybody remember that book? Okay, a few of you do. Well, it came out, I think, a couple of years. Wow, literally just like 7 people. It was like a big book. We lived in Nashville at the time. And it came out a couple of years before Remy came into our world and rocked it. And so I remember my girlfriends telling me, because Remy was, as much as I loved her, she was horrific. She was a terrible toddler. And I remember my girlfriends telling me to read it. And I thought, this is a good book, but it's not earth-shattering. I mean, I could come up with some creative ways to discipline my kids. And so I have over the years. And I think I should put them in a book. And I'm going to give you an example of one we came up with last night. I have a 13-year-old daughter. Her name is Remy. Let's talk about her for a second. We wouldn't be able to do that if she was here, but she's not.
But most likely her teachers are watching her, so they could...
Most likely her teachers will appreciate the segment that's about to take place. The parenting segment. Oh, David, intro me into a parenting segment. Intro it!
I'm thinking... I know you've tuned in once again for this week's Melissa Parenting Moment, and here it is.
Nope.
Okay, we'll work on it.
Hi, nobody does that. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Creative Correction My Way. We'll come up with a better hitter for that. I know it wasn't hidden. Okay, Allie? Anyway, our 13-year-old daughter is awesome. She's great. I have very few complaints about Remy Radke. She is always happy. She's rarely ever moody. She thinks the world is awesome and she's only here to fix it and make it even better. Every trip is a road trip. Every party she's the life of the party. She loves people and friends. And I just had a teacher of hers stop me last night in town and tell me that teaching Remy is an absolute joy. Every parent wants to hear that. But alas, there is something about her I'm a break. And it's this right here. Talk to me, David, like you and I would talk to Remy.
Remy.
I already know this.
Remy,
Just
listen.
I've already heard this, though. I don't know how to do
walk
this.
over there.
I don't know how to walk. I'm going to walk over there.
Can you let me finish what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you go over there, I just need you to know.
I already know what you need me to know. I know we're going to do that. I already chose that. It's talking over us. It's just talking right over us.
Already knowing everything. She already knows everything.
She already knows it all. So she's going on a retreat this weekend with a church that is not ours and staying at a home that is not mine. And I'm a little bit trepidatious about it. And I've already heard from the host mom. I'm sure it's going to be great. It's going to be fine, okay? But I wanted to give her the host home rules. And here are the host home rules when you're a Radke. Number 1, you say yes, ma'am. You say no, ma'am. You clean up after yourself. You don't hog the bathroom. You courtesy flush. Also, you don't be alone in any single room. And I went to say, if all the girls go downstairs in the basement to watch a movie, you don't sit upstairs in the kitchen finishing a hamburger. She went, the basement's not downstairs. I said, what? The basement's not downstairs. The basement's not, the TV is not downstairs in the basement. Okay, you would have to actually have a room, you would go upstairs in the room and you would,
She's never been to that house.
she just talked over me and she'd never been there. Okay?
Although in Remy's defense, Rhonda says, gee, I wonder where she gets that.
That was awkward for you right now.
That sounds over me.
It's 100% awkward.
You talk over me
I
all
don't
the
talk
time.
over you at all.
You talk over me all the
I'm
time.
not even talking.
You're talking over right now.
Shut up! So here's what I have decided to do. Get out your pens and papers. I will give you 1 second to get out your pen and paper. You're going to want to write this down.
Give them 1 second to get out their pen and paper. Elizabeth Perez, a close friend of ours, I guess she tuned in late, but she said, is there any other words on the shirt? Because all I'm seeing is easy.
Elizabeth Perez is a dear friend of mine, and she should know that I would not wear a shirt that simply says easy. It says easy, Tiger. See? I can't. Okay, what's going on?
There is a tiger down there.
It says easy, Tiger.
Okay, have you got your pens and paper
Melinda
out?
Brooks Hall does. That's all that matters.
You got your pens and paper out. It's time for Melissa's
Creative Correction Corner.
Correction Corner.
Do you know those things that look like this and they look like a thermometer?
Please be careful with how you follow up the drawing.
It doesn't really look like a thermometer.
No, it does not.
And then what happens is when this much money is donated, they fill it in here. And when then this much is donated, they fill it in here. I'm trying to do all this backwards, you guys. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Okay? When the Salvation Army wants to raise money, or your kid's ball team or whatever, they draw like a huge thermometer, and then when they raise 100, they color it in. 200, they color it in. Well, I'm going to do that, but mine, I mean, it's not like I'm going to do it sometime next week. I literally have all the materials over there. I'm literally finishing this and doing it today. So it's going to look a lot like this. Okay? As you can see, every single line says half. Every single line says half. The next time that Remy talks over me disrespectfully, I will take my red marker, of which I have, and I will go to her door where this will be hanging on the outside of it so that she can see it night and day. And I will color in this portion right here, okay? And the next time that Remy talks over her daddy disrespectfully, I will go to her door and I will color in this one. And so on and so forth. And then on January the 23rd, when Remy has a haircut appointment with Miss Wendy, I will count up how many half inches of hair we gonna take off.
Because she loves her hair.
Loves her hair, wants it long. Everybody's is long. And I think I'm going to grow my bangs out because everybody's is. And I'm going to get it really, really long like Beyonce. No, you're not. I'm going to take a half inch of hair off every single time you talk over me. I'm going to take a half inch of hair off every single time you correct me in front of other adults. That's what I'm going to do. Now, I told David. David was like, when I told him this last night, David went, you got to be hardcore. Now, I'm just going to say this.
Sinead O'Connor, what was her name? What was that?
Sinead O'Connor.
Nobody compares. Remember her? She was bald.
I know.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I didn't put an inch because Lord knows she is not going to learn this right away. But you and I both know, women, when you go to get a haircut, especially your daughters with long hair, we already tell them take an inch of dead hair off. So it's not a big deal, but to her, it's a huge deal. And if she won't shut up, we gonna just keep on going until we get like 3 or 4 inches taken off and her hair's up to her shoulder. Now, I could do other things, but you know, my parents, who were wonderful, and I think they spanked me like 3 times in my whole life. But I remember my mother reacting one time out of pure anger of me doing that same thing, and it didn't scar me, but I remember it. I remember how she reacted in that moment, and I'm not going to tell you what she did, but it's bothered me my whole life. And I don't want Remy to grow up with that. So yeah, I could strike her, I could hit her, I could scream at her, I could embarrass her in front of her friends, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to be creative about it. And every single time she talks back or she talks over me, we're going up the 1/2-inch thermometer. I'll let y'all know how it goes. But I would love to know your thoughts and if you think I'm an
We have great idea. We have lots of crying, laughing, thumbs up, hearts. We do have some no.
Yeah, well.
Mama is not playing. We got I hope you're kidding. You have to hit them where they live.
Somebody said, hope you're kidding?
I hope you're kidding.
Oh, Lee Prickett, you know me better than that, Lee. You know I'm not kidding.
Lee's new to Rising Radke. She's not heard us before. Glad I'm not the only parent that expects respect. Some are thinking about coming up with something like that to cut down on shower time at their home. Cannot wait to see her new bob. That's the other thing too. When Remy was really little, she had this little bob haircut, and Melissa has always wanted her to go back to it. So,
you know what? The truth of the matter is, you may have a teenage daughter or son. Hey, if you have a teenage son and he's got these long, luscious locks, I recommend the thermometer that looks a little bit like a penis.
Hey, you know what?
I recommend it.
Yeah, I'm going to actually be drawing the one that's going to go on the door. Kit had a good idea. Record her without her knowing. Okay?
Okay.
Then make her listen to it. Like, show her what she's doing.
Okay. I could do that.
That's kind of maybe a good idea.
That's a good idea. I'm going to be creative about it, guys. I need to hit my child where that child lives. Your kids may be different. You may have a daughter who's like, I don't care. You can shave it off if you want. But I know that this is important to Remy, and I don't want to devastate her and literally leave her scarred. So we're just going to do a 1/2 inch. But yeah, I think a healthy 3 or 4 inches is going to make an impression.
Debbie said that she's done this for her little fashionista daughter, and we actually did this with Rocco. Would punish him by saying, Mom's going to dress you at school for a week.
I've absolutely 100% done that. Remy went to school one day in a beautiful sundress and some strappy gladiator heels, which she one time threw across her room when I bought them for her.
But I was thinking about, there was a week you had Rocco. I mean, like he
had to look like church dress every single day.
He looked like he stepped out of like a
GQ magazine, and he hated it.
Yeah, like a
he had on khakis,
Ralph Lauren magazine,
and the Ralph Lauren sweater, and like loafers and stuff. And he was like, "I'm gonna get beat to death at school." But yeah, I've done it. I've done all that, and I'm gonna eventually put it all in a book, and we're gonna get creative with our kiddos. Okay, maybe a 1/4 inch rather than a 1/2 inch. I thought about that, but also the appointment's on January 23rd. We don't have that long. But y'all, what if I'm getting up to like 6 inches? I will feel terrible. But you know what? It's hair, it's gonna grow back.
Yeah. I don't know if a 1/4 inch in application does probably make a little more sense, but I don't think it would like be as impactful in her head.
That's right. All right, so that's it for me. David, did you have anything that you wanted to cover this morning? I wanted to ask you guys an etiquette question. Do y'all think that it is rude to Venmo a wedding gift? I need hearts if you think it's okay to Venmo a wedding gift. Hearts if you think it is okay. So in other words, somebody invites you to their wedding. You hear that they're registered at Bed Bath & Beyond or Target. You'd rather spoon your eyeballs out with a fork than ever go back into those places. I'm seeing hearts that think it's okay. The question is, who doesn't think it's okay? Can you give thumbs down on these things?
No.
I wonder if you can.
No, you can do thumbs up. I mean, thumbs up if you think good old-fashioned gifts are better. Like
Nikki Wasden says, what does that even mean? Okay, so Nikki, maybe you are not familiar with Venmo. I wasn't up until kind of recently, but Somebody just said it's money, honey. But here's the deal: Venmo is a wonderful thing, and I absolutely love it. So it's an app that you download to your phone, and you put your bank stuff in. And I've never had anything bad happen. But you know how you go to lunch with your friend, and then when the lunch is over, you go, "Oh my gosh, I literally left my wallet at home," and she says, "That's okay, I'll take care of it," and you go, "I'll pay you back." Well, she will pay for your lunch, and you can instantly go on your Venmo app and pay her right then. Or, hey, do y'all all want to go in on a baby shower gift together? Yes. Okay, well, y'all Venmo me, and you can do it right then. It's really very handy. But now people have started Venmoing their wedding gifts. So Julie invites you to her wedding in Maui, and you're like, Julie, I ain't even going to go there. Is it rude to just say, I'm going to Venmo her $100 right now? And just do it that way? Or do you have to send like a gift? I want to know what people are saying.
There were a few saying, yeah, just Venmo away. And then it seems like many more people of no Venmo, get a gift. That's rude. Money's always okay though. Thumbs down. That's pretty impersonal. No, it's okay to send cash, but send it with a card. Well,
I did a podcast 2 seasons ago with an etiquette expert. She would fall down on the ground and clutch her pearls if she knew I asked this question. We were just discussing it. Me and some of my friends, we were discussing it. And here's what we came up with. We said it just depends on the receiver. It just depends on the bride. If it is a bride that you know really, really well, she's in her 2nd or 3rd marriage, and she looks at you and says, Melissa, I don't even want a gift. Don't worry about it. And you want to Venmo her something because she's your girlfriend. But if she's not your closey close, you know what I'm saying? And that perhaps it should just be someone you know really, really well. They know your heart. They know your intentions. But other than that, I feel it's impersonal. I feel it's rude. Y'all thought I was going to say that it was awesome.
There were several people saying that it was rude, or it depends on the relationship, if you're close, or those kind of things. Some people said it's convenient, but it's so impersonal. And I know everybody wouldn't do this, but if you were going to do this, you read an article on this, or is there somebody that got married like over a year ago that you still hadn't given them a gift? Is that the person you're talking about?
First of all, nobody's gotten married that I didn't give them a gift. However, when you send me a graduation from high school card, I'm still working on that I'm not kidding you, from literally 2013. I've not gotten those kids anything. I can't do that. I can't keep up with it. It's already May. It's already busy time for parents. I can't do it too. Can't also get your kids something.
And I don't know. I mean, I know we're going to get off on that topic, but when our kids graduate, and I know it's going to be a while, but I don't think we should send a graduation invite or whatever it is to anybody unless they're family or very close.
We're going to have to talk about that then. I feel like that's changing. We used to get them from everybody, and now we don't get them from anybody. Do you think that's because word got out they weren't going to get anything from us?
No, I just mean, but when somebody sends a graduation thing of a kid that you didn't really know, and they went to church with you like 8 years ago, you hadn't seen them or their parents since, I'm like, why are they sending that invitation? Like,
okay, well, somebody might be watching that did that, so.
Sorry.
All right. Hey, we got to wrap it up here.
But I was going to say, what if, and I know everybody couldn't do this, but like and you'd be good at this, but what if you sent like a video with it? I mean, I know you can't do that in the Venmo, but what if you sent them like a really personal, heartfelt, so like straight to camera?
Like this, come on. Hi, this is David and Melissa. We just want you to know that marriage is awesome. You're going to absolutely love it. We're going on 25 years, and we have been happy for 26 of them. I'm not kidding you. Every day is wonderful. So here's $100 for Venmo. Hope you're okay with it. Hope you turn out as happy as us. Bye.
Congratulations.
No, nobody wants that. He was obnoxious just doing it.
I didn't say for you to do one of your cameos that you do.
Yeah, I love those. Oh
I said a heartfelt.
If I could make a living just doing cameos, I absolutely love doing those stupid things. I just go off the reservation. They don't know what they're getting. Someone sent me a cameo request for their sister who at Christmas.
If you don't know what Cameo is, you can get an app or probably look online. But it's just messages from people.
Somebody sent me a cameo request for their sister who loved me. And so the sisters got together. They put in their money to pay for this cameo to go to their sister. And they said, she's really wonderful. She's self-sacrificing. I got on there and told that sweet sister that's so wonderful and self-sacrificing, what is wrong with her other sisters? God must have messed them up. There's some kind of loss in the DNA. There's like a problem that, I just ripped on these other sisters as hard as I could, the ones that were paying. And she wrote back, we loved it. It's the best thing we ever heard. It's wonderful. So the fact that I can literally rip on your family members and make you laugh, I'm willing to do that for a living. That's all that there is for us today.
People love that. Allie said, that felt so real. Laura said, that's scary, but it was funny. Single tear.
Oh, I love it. You guys are killing me. Please look up Venmo. If you do not know what Venmo is, I'm telling you, it will make you... It's so easy. You'll love it. Hey, I want to end with a thought and with a quote, which I try to do every single day. Actually, this one comes from, the word was Hafiz, the writer. Hafiz? I don't know what that is. I don't know. But it was really simple. The words you speak become the house that you live in.
Ooh.
And nobody knows that better than a girl who speaks a lot of words. Trust me when I tell you that when I say several, that's a lie. Many, many, many years of my life were spent in a state of such intense depression until I realized that the biggest cause of it was yours truly. With the words that I spoke. I don't want that for you. But the words that you speak truly do become the house that you live in. So make sure that your house is strong and sturdy, that it's a house of gratefulness and thankfulness and of love and respect. And I just wish that for you so much. So just know, if your house is feeling shaky, if it's feeling unhappy, if it's feeling tossed about, just know that maybe that the words you speak are the foundation of all of that. The words you speak become the house you live in. I love you guys and want the very, very best for you always. Until tomorrow.
See you guys.
Bye.